Well, let's drink some water here. Mm. A few hours ago, I was drinking, not drinking. A few hours ago, I was sleeping so nice, and the phone rang. It was the wrong number anyway, but I woke up in time because I was supposed to eat. I guess I was supposed to eat. So I went up to get something to eat, and I got something to eat. But it was like the same kind of menu they had this afternoon. This afternoon was really good when I first got in, but I was sleeping so sound, and I got to wake up early in the morning. I think it's going to take fruit because it's good. It's all right food, but it's a B menu. They have the regular menu, then they have, I guess, for us people that's coming through. I like that. But this is I'm not doing an Instagram right now. I'm just going to do this for my YouTube channel. I'm not even going to advertise. Just put it up because, as you may not know, I started my YouTube channel a while ago, and it was just for archival purposes only. It's like what's called I call a audio memoir. I say what's going on. So I got three topics that I want to put out there without being all fanfare and doing the whole Instagram thing, whatever have you, and not going to advertise and not going to send it to anybody. Just going to exist on my YouTube channel as an archival, thing. Okay, just what I had in my, I put in my copper cup that travels with me. I have copper cups all over the place. That's another thing. It's really interesting. I mean, I have copper cup in Beverly, copper cup in DeBrother, copper cup in that travel with me, and a copper cup someplace else. I don't know. Anyway, pour the water. I have three topics that I want to get into real quick, and it always somehow reflects back on me, and I want to say feel sorry for these folks, but it's going to be interesting. Well, let me first do with Jafar Jackson. Boy, he's going to have a rough thing. Let me say this. One of the things I know about my little life, I think that I really think that you pick the circumstance you're going to exist through, right? So, and I'll get back to that in a second. Let me just say it this way. Uh, Jafar, he seems like he goes into, he's a pure, um, I don't say actor, a pure channeler. Let's put it that way. And he's dedicated to what he's dedicated to. So, for instance, he's had a relationship for a long time, but he's dedicated to this young woman. Uh, but now remember, also dedicated to his craft. Now, it's less she's going to give up everything and just constantly be with him. She's not, that relationship can't possibly happen. It's just not going to happen. His force is too great. He's a channeler. But with that, my let me put this. Let me cut you short. So it's really not about him exactly, but he's such a force. It's like the way he went into Michael, the role he plays his uncle Michael in the movie that's just passed a billion dollars in worldwide revenue and stuff like that. Um, it, I say because he's such he's so effective that I would say his next role. I mean, after he's got to do the Michael 2 or whatever have you, for the next 3 or 4 years, he's going to be wrapped up in this whole trying to get rid of the Michael thing, and it's going to be terrible for him. I say terrible like that. I'm in Ethiopia right now to say that this is the land of origins. Were I him, right, and I'm not. First of all, I just good luck in relationships because people be coming after you. They're gonna want to do this and that. Were I him, after I finished the Michael thing and finish it, just made it two. I don't know his numbers, or I haven't done his numbers. Make it two, and that's it. Don't go no further with that. And then you got to take like maybe 3 years off. And when I say 3 years off, I don't mean it like that. I mean you have to research your next thing. And I think he's so powerful. What he should play next. Now, get me this. This is going to save him. Not save him. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I mean like that. He needs to play Jesus. Not the Jesus that that dies on the crucifixion. Like there's this whole thing about Jesus didn't whatever like that, but he had a life after his resurrection or whatever have you. So I would play make it a fictional account. That way you don't have to deal with all the with all the religious people, and it would be what it's like a what if. What if Jesus, that happened and all this stuff happened, but when you take Jesus from have him basically what happened if he would have if him and Mary Magdalene would have went off and had their children and everything like that, but he sort of disappeared he was in Ethiopia. You know, the whole thing about Ethiopia and the Bible and the continuation of Jesus, like a regular life after that, and uh, and see where that would go. And I know it's been confusing to people. Let me just put it this way: this is the whole thing that you don't know what happened to Jesus when he kicked the people out of the temple at like 12 or 13 years old. And the time he started ministry when he was 30, 29, whatever it was, 30. So that part of the story can be told, okay, or maybe not. Maybe you need to do a two-parter, have somebody else play that, and then after his ministry, his resurrection, his demise, his crucifixion, whatever have you. So the if he uh, researches, right, through Ethiopia and learn the language and all this, in northern India, wherever he has to go to learn about the Reiki and all the rest of stuff, this healing things like that, and do that at that aspect, something that was totally unexpected. That would take years to. Well, at least 2 or 3 years to really research and get into it, and let people just sink away from people. Don't even say what the project is, and that would occupy him. So it would give him something to immerse himself in, and it would give him, let's say, a code. Let's put it that way, and then he can exist with his people like that. That's if he really wants to be an actor or not an actor. If he wants to stay out of the spotlight, but also do something significant with his life. I know this might not sound whatever, but that's what I'm saying. Let me leave it. So I'm blank all this stuff like that because it's just an idea to get him out of the thing because they're gonna grab that boy, and I mean they're not gonna let him go. He's a money making machine. You make $1 billion for somebody first time over. He's he's in trouble, and this comes from a place. For me, what saved me? Let me put it that way. Uh, I've I'm obsessive also, but what saved me is that I'm obsessive about writing and stuff like that. And I've always had a relationship, girlfriends, whatever have you. But at some particular point, they would look at me and say, "Look, I can't compete with your writing." That's what they would say. And and the funny thing is that whatever I do, I go so far into it that I everything else gets blocked out. You know, it just gets blocked out. Um, and so my life has been about that. But my saving grace is that I get something and I go so far into it that I say, oh great, I'm through with that, and I go to the next thing. It's all related. At the same time, you know, if I have a relationship around the women, they feel at some particular point. Look, he's got to pay attention to me. We got to da 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 da, and I don't. I just don't. I'll give you an example. Terry Glover, I really love this one so much. When I was in college, uh, we I was doing death of a playing child. It's what do you call it? In college, the university, whatever have you. I was doing graduate studies at the time, and it was a play. Avery Brooks directed it, and I was playing. We had several roles I had to do. But one of the things I played was this. Uh, the mayor of this town, of course, named is Stewart. That's the name of the thing. But I also played other things in the play. But I got so far into the Stewart thing. And one time Terry woke up. We woke up in the morning, right? And Terry looked at me. I don't know what I did in the beginning. She looked at me, and I see the look. I still see the look in her face. That she said, "You are Stewart." I went so far into that role that in just waking up, I became that let's call him a reptilian white guy. Let's put it that way. And it's been that way a lot. Like I purposely don't act because I know the toll it takes. Even a little bit before then, when I was doing acting classes, uh, I took on this role. Well, there's this role of. I'll leave that one alone. But I played a veteran of the Korean War, and I got this character, and I got even made a tick in my face and stuff like that, and the whole class go like, "Whoa," like that. So whatever I do, I go into it so much that I don't want to. That's why I can't be an actor, right? I can't be anything but what I am because they like to research and stuff like that. But also, I get so far into it, I know when I reach the limit that it will affect me. Audio dramas, especially, like I stopped doing my own. When I say my own, I stopped doing audio dramas at these big scale. I guess it keeps on becoming a big scale. It keeps on bigger and bigger, but on a different level. when I left, in 1995, 1996, when I left job, because I was going at such a pace that the next one was bigger. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But also, I wanted to. I'm saying I'm through with doing these audio dramas for these. I was doing it at the Joseph Papp Public Theater. We did huge audiences, huge cast, all the rest of that stuff, and uh, and I just knew that the next one was going to be bigger. I was going to be bigger, bigger. So I left that cushy job. It was a cushy job, and I started traveling because I wanted to take audio drama specifically to another level. So I went and basically started doing audio dramas, you know, for the purpose of recruiting for community radio worldwide. And it was good because then again I started small and got bigger and big till finally I got this really thing. I got these forums that I do now. I do day conclaves, 24-hour conclaves, all kinds of things, and then I stopped that. And but it never leaves you. And so so now it's like I have this history of going to the pinnacle and then saying, that's nice. I like to be up here, and just pulling myself all the way down because I'm going to the next pinnacle. Let's put it that way. So right now, uh, after all these, because I've used audio drama now as a literacy tool, but I can see where this is going, right? And right now I'm doing a project. It usually starts with an individual, something with me, and then I go on. Well, right now because this Festac thing, this another thing come across my eyes. Oh, I know what to do with this, and so I'm preparing myself, and I go through this whole thing. It's called Immaculate Conception. I'm going to birth this thing, and if it goes the way I know it will go, then and as I'm doing the audio drama, plus I got a theater to work with now. I have another group that we'll see what happens. It's in South Africa, so it's going to be. It's going right now. I'm in a hotel room in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, going back to South Africa. Which I'll be that in just a second. So this is going to be interesting how this evolves because I have 9 months to make this thing go, and I'm also curious of where I take things, right? And I have no, and I have nothing stopping me. Just put it that way. But this whole thing, I, this is the third month I've been away. I'll be coming back to South Africa tomorrow. But the thing is, the 3 months that I left South Africa, they had this whole 30 or March or whatever the deal is, and now and they got to try to get rid of all the undocumented workers, and now they got South Africa's in upheaval. The markets that are crashing, it's all kinds of things. Has to do with good governance, but I'm not going to get into that right now. They'll do what they do. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen when I get off that plane tomorrow morning. When I get to where I got there, we got food and that. What's going to happen with the waterfront? The tourism has got to be down because people don't want to come. I hear that the airlines, the South African Airlines, they're like, they're like, they, they're defunct. They're going to be defunct. I come in on Ethiopian Air. I want to see how crowded the flight is or not. See what happens. This is going to be very interesting. See what it is. But South Africa is South Africa. It'll do what it's going to do. Um, but anyway, back to this project. So this project is going to be is going to do what it does. Now, if when I'm successful, I have to put it that way. At this next project, I'll know by next March what it's going to be. Then that will catapult me to the, I won't say ultimate, but the next project, which is I didn't. It's more huge. It's huger than huge. And my brain is so weird because I have these, I won't say visions, but I'm solidly where I am. I sort of conquered where I am in the scheme of things. And then finally I realized at this particular point in my life, because of all kinds of things, why I couldn't sustain relationships, all kinds of things, abandonment issues, all that stuff. I said, why am I this way? And I realized, oh, I see what you got to do. So after next March, after this birth, this Immaculate Conception, go back to that Jesus thing, Immaculate Conception, then I'm very curious because now I'm older now. So let's see where this is going to go. So I just want to have these little random thoughts. Like I said, I'm not going to advertise. It's going to be a YouTube channel. I'm not going to tell anybody. It's going to be up there. Just this is I'm recording this on what day? But this is July. It's going to be 14. What's my ticket say? I leave out tomorrow morning at 7:55 is the calling time. 8:40 where I'll be on a plane, and this will be on July 14th. Yeah, because today's July 13th. Whatever day, like that. So, just as a matter of record, we'll see what happens. Just a little report from me, T, from the Pattersons, taking the trenches a bit, letting you know what I only suspect.